Hi, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, please don't make it the last time. My name is Ibilater, but here you can call me the Purpose Queen or Ivy, and I post videos regularly. I post videos weekly talking about remote jobs, talking about my life in Canada because I just moved here a year ago, and I'm documenting these changes. I'm documenting the processes so that you can also take the same path that I did. Today I will be talking about my small business and how you can start yours too. Things to avoid. I had a small business back in Nigeria before I moved here, and I still found a way to continue with it as I moved here. Yes, there have been a lot of growing pains, the drastic changes involved, but not to worry, I will let you in on some of these details, and I think I should also do a series about it which will be linked to the remote jobs as well, just because I know some people are looking for side hustles, some people are looking for second should I say income, second financial opportunities. So I'm just gonna lump all these videos together. If you're a fan of my remote job leads, you would also enjoy this series. Keep it on lockdown, keep watching. Okay, so the first point I'm going to make about balancing working with owning a small business is planning. I don't think you can ever over plan when it comes to these things. Always plan ahead, always ensure that you know where your next supply is coming from. You know when, if you're someone who markets solely online, just ensure that you know when your next posts are going up. I know that everything wouldn't be perfect, especially since you're just starting out, especially since it's still a small business, but I would say planning ahead always puts you ahead. This is not me trying to create flows or anything, but ensuring that you know where everything is going, at least for the point where you are at. You don't need to know where everything is going for the long run, like for the future, but at least planning every single thing at the phase you are in currently will help put you ahead. Always ensure you are writing things down, that things are well documented. Don't just have only mental notes about things. Ensure that there is a paper trail. Everything that you are doing, let there be a trail. This is what would help you in the long run. Like I said, as much as you are planning the current phase where you are, these are going to lead you to the future. Like these steps are going to ensure that what you are doing, like everything is not in vain. So you might be looking at it like small, maybe you're just starting out. Let's say you sell gifts items and you just bought a few pieces, and you're thinking to yourself like, okay, what exactly am I planning? The marketing, the sales, the distribution, whatever it may be, no matter how small it is, ensure that you plan and you document it properly. The second point I would like to make is have your suppliers in check. Okay, so if you're unfamiliar with the business I was doing, I sell human hair, and I also used to sell human hair lashes. So like I had my own brand while I was in Nigeria. Like I said, it was a small brand, like I was still upcoming before I traveled, but nonetheless, I ensured that I had good tracking of everything. I ensured that I had backup suppliers, let me put it that way, because when you get your first set of suppliers, they might not be what you need, which is why trying samples would really help you. If you are able to get a few samples, it would help you to know if you can move forward with the suppliers, because sometimes, because they are in need of your business, like they want you to patronize them, they will send you really good items at first, and when you need them the most, then they will shock you. So if you can even get backup suppliers, that will be your best bet. I had my suppliers in a whole different country, whole different time zone, using a different currency. So it was a bit challenging, especially in terms of, like buying things from them, sending them money. There were a lot of challenges, but because of that, I had to weigh, like compare different suppliers, and I had to put it out to them, let them know that okay, if this is what you're giving me, this is what this other person is giving me. I had to let them know what was going on, and in terms of sending the money, how difficult it was from Nigeria. I had to play my cards. Yes, you know you don't want to put all your cards on the table, but you have to be realistic with the situation. Let them know as it is, and then see what they can offer you. You need their business doesn't you need their products doesn't mean they don't need your business. It's just as simple as that. So ensure that they also are putting your best interest at heart, and don't be afraid to walk away if one isn't serving you. Yes, sometimes you feel like you found the perfect one, like where will I find another one like this? If that one isn't serving you, feel free to walk away, feel free to move ahead to the next one. So I will tell you, ensure that your suppliers are in check, because that is the main thing. If you are not in a business where you are producing yourself, where you are buying wholesale, then this is the key parts. Because if you're not getting the right products, if you're not getting the right quality, then your customers are going to be disappointed, and you don't want that. So ensure that everything as regards to supply is in check. Have backups for logistics. If you're Nigerian and you're watching this video, I expect, because I expect that most people watching are Nigerians, because like I'm talking about my experience as a Nigerian small business owner. If you're Nigerian and watching this video, then you know how logistics can be. Sending your products to the customers, even when you are receiving the products from your suppliers, you know how it can be. This is a very dicey point, and sometimes it can even make or break the trust between you and your client. Ensure that at this point that you have your logistics in check as well. Like, ensure that you have backups for your logistics in different ways. Even if you have to tell your clients that, look, yes, I know that I'm meant to deliver in 2 days, but this is thing that might take longer. Whatever it may be clear and be plain with your clients. You don't want to leave rooms for doubts. Ensure that there are no obscurities between you and your clients. That's another way that you can maintain trust. That's another way that you would ensure that you are not lagging behind in this business. So another way that I balanced out working with doing a business was starting as small as possible. I knew that I couldn't just leave what I was doing, because first of all, I love my job. Secondly, I knew that transitioning just straight into business would require loads of money, it would require loads of time. Now who gets hearts, they do business, so you got strong. So what I did was I ensured that I started as small as possible. Like, I bought few products first. You don't want to just dive right in and take a huge chunk of savings or go and collect a loan, unless you are for certain maybe this is all you're doing, you're not working, then feel free, go ahead, do that. But if it's something that you are testing the waters first, or you are combining like the side hustle, then I promise you want to start as small as possible. Because I was financing my business, like I was working to do business, which a financial advisor might tell you that is not right, but in the position where I was, I had to do that. And I'm no financial advisor here, guys. I'm just giving advice based on what I have done, and I'm just telling you how I was able to balance the two, in case this is something that you are also thinking about doing. So yes, I had to start as small as possible. I had to test out products, and when you're testing your products, don't just be in a hurry. I got a few lashes, and I ensured that I used them on myself. I ensured that I used them, I had people around use them. I did market research to say that, okay, these are the kind of lashes that sell more, these are the kind of hairs that sell more, things like that. So you want to start out as small as possible, and you want to make sure that you have your details about these things, because you don't want to rush and go and buy the one that you feel like, oh, this is the one that will sell, and at the end of the day it doesn't do very well. Then you are in debt, because even as much as maybe you didn't take the loan from the bank, you still owe yourself, because you took out that money from your job, you took out that money from your savings, whatever it may be. You are still you still owe it to yourself. You are still lagging behind. So in order to avoid those discrepancies, in order to avoid those blank areas, those gray areas, like we will call them, just ensure that you are starting as small as possible. Okay, so I'm going to conclude this video by adding how I was able to switch my business from Nigeria to Canada. So on coming here, because of the kind of business that I do, is one that is able to operate from anywhere. I ensured that as well as my job was remote, my business was also remote, because the products may be physical, but it's something that can be done from anywhere, because I was selling online. I didn't have a brick and mortar store. And these are products that are used by mostly women of color all over the world. So I was able to just switch location, switch markets needs, things like that, to this part of the world. So sometimes I would say, as much as what you're selling might be local, like it might be, maybe you're selling beads that are used in Nigeria, let me use that as an example, you should still be able to do a market research and find details concerning where you are going to see if those products will be able to sell. Because right now the world is a global village. There are people from different parts of the world living everywhere. You would always find your niche, you would always find your clientele. So all you just have to do is be ready to get your suppliers in your new location. You should be ready to ensure that those products can be supplied to you where you are in your new location. You should also look out for your logistics. Once again, these things are key. Once you have your products, how do these products get around? How do you market these products? These are very important things, and you have to ensure that they're not conflicting, and they're not affecting the other side of your finances, the other side of your life, which in my case is work. For some people it's probably like investments, whatever the case may be. So look out for these little things, look out for these little inconveniences, and straighten them out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I just wanted to keep it short and mention these few important facts. These are things that I was able to do to ensure that my business and my work life were not clashing, that they were not, neither of them was being inconvenienced. I would see you in my next video. In the meantime, please share this video, like, comment if you have more questions, if you have more things to add, because I'm sure there are other people like me as well who work and also do business. Let me know how you are finding it, and let other people as well in on these few points. Thank you so much. I will see you in my next one. Bye.